Welcome again to the 1001 Business Problems Solved with Microsoft Teams podcast, the podcast where we give you actionable solutions in 6 minutes or less per episode, because we know how valuable your time is when you own or manage a business. Can you believe we're already to episode number 50? You know, we were going to name this podcast 101 Business Problem Solved, but then we realized there are way more than 101 business problems that can be solved with Teams. And at the rate we're going, we'll go way past 1001 problems solved as well. I guess we'll handle that conundrum when we get to it. Anyway, I'm Annie Rind and I bring you these solutions every Monday. Let's get right into today's topic since the clock is running. A common complaint we've heard about using Teams chat rather than email is that if you have a group chat going on, let's say for your management staff of 5 or 10 people, all the topics run together and even overlap. Nobody likes that. You can't follow topics, and you often don't know what someone is replying to if they don't use that handy reply option on chats. Well, I have good news for you. That's not a shortcoming of Teams, nor is it just something you have to learn to live with. No, it's not per design. You just need to tweak how you're using Teams when discussing things amongst your staff. I'm going to take a seemingly long route to explain this solution to you, and you may even think I've lost my train of thought, but trust me on this. I will gradually bring this back around to solving your jumbled chat message issue. So, I want you to close your eyes and imagine this. Well, don't close your eyes if you're driving or jogging, but you know what I mean. You know all those highly experienced employees who have left your organization or department, whether for different jobs or retirement. I want you to imagine how much improved the knowledge of your current workforce could be improved if you had mined all those departed employees' emails and text message threads and put them into a searchable database. A database that your employees, including employees you've not even hired yet, could do keyword searches on when they need to learn something or research a past discussion. Let's say you own an HVAC sales and service company. You just lost a 35-year employee to retirement. He was the best. He had seen it all and done it all when servicing the brand of furnaces and AC systems you sell. Other, younger employees had quizzed him for years by email and text message when they had questions and concerns. He never let them down. He always had the answer. Okay, let's say that when he retired, you were able to mine all those email and text discussion threads and load them into that searchable database. Now, imagine that a newer employee has a question about repairing a Carrier Performance 93 furnace, which you sold hundreds of back in the early 2000s. Your guru is gone. He can't answer questions any longer. No problem. Since you now have that searchable knowledge database, your newbie can do a keyword search for Performance 93 and a keyword or two describing the problem, and voila. There are 10 discussion threads where your retired guru answered others on related questions. Now, you likely aren't a Carrier dealer, but you get the point. Your staff may manage a huge department in a mega corporation or even a smaller company with 300 employees. You could have a robust knowledge database with all the strategic and operational discussions amongst your staff in that database. What a goldmine of researchable knowledge. Okay, so here's where I land the plane and circle back to your problem of a group chat that has become a dumpster fire of jumbled messages. I'm guessing that if you have such a problem, you're not leveraging channel posts. Hopefully, you have strategically named channels in your team site, but even if you don't yet, I bet you're going to after I tell you this solution. When you click on any of the channels in your team site, you'll see that it pops up your channel posts tab by default. That's not just there for looks. It's there to serve as your own staff knowledge base, as I described earlier. Let me make one thing clear. You should not be conducting juicy subject matter discussions in a chat thread. Assuming your team membership is such that you can conduct those discussions and it's okay for all team members to see and possibly participate in those discussions, you should immediately begin moving all of such discussions to the Posts tab. I'd even go so far as to copy and paste your best saved email threads, those ones you've been dragging to folders for future research, into threads on the Posts tab. Every word of every discussion will become keyword searchable. Consider that Channel Posts tab to be the searchable knowledge database forevermore. And there you have it. Yet another team solution to a very common business problem. Use the Channel Posts tab instead of chat for juicy discussions that will be helpful to employees going forward, even after the discussion is forgotten. I want you to get started on that within the hour. Yeah, it's exciting stuff, at least as far as work goes. Anyway, until next week, this is Annie Rind, signing off of our 50th episode. See you then.